of that temple in Egypt, because like, again, I completely agree with you, Karen. There's nothing new under the sun. Me personally, my beliefs is that we were smarter back then, and we've been losing knowledge incrementally over the years. And today we're at the height of ignorance.
Yeah, we've been dumbed down. We have been dumbed down. And you don't even have to be a flat earther to know that. I mean, there's a book that I read years ago, right around the time of Flat Earth Awakening, that was called God, what was it called? It was by John Wayne Grotto. It was like I can't remember what's called, the dumbing down of society or something like that. But anyway, it was this guy who was a teacher. He taught school for years and years. He was like a 30-year veteran school teacher, and he wrote a book about how the whole school system was meant to dumb people down.
Mm-hmm.
His name's John Wayne Grotto. That's the author's name. I can't remember the name of the book correctly right now, but I mean, and he's not the only one who wrote books like that. I mean, and you don't even have to be an author to realize that. You just have to look at what they're doing with like Common Core and stuff like that.
The Common Core app is unbelievably terrible.
I mean, it's ridiculous. As a mom with children in public school, my children come home with certain schoolwork, and I cringe. They're like, "Mom, I don't understand this homework. Can you help me?" And I look at it, and my child is in like 6th grade, and I go, "I don't know what the hell this is supposed to mean. Like, it doesn't mean doesn't make any sense." And it's because it's to make them confused. That's what it is. I mean, there's just no denying.
Yeah, I believe it.
Because it wasn't what they were teaching me, and it wasn't what they were teaching my mom. Like I even, my oldest son came home with stuff. I even showed the stuff to my mom. I was like, "Mom, look what my son came home with." And they had these new words that they made up in math, to do stuff. I mean, I can't even explain it. That's how fucked up and convoluted it was. And I sent it to my mom, and I was like, "Mom, do you get this?" And she was like, "No, I don't get it." And at the time, I was still married to my ex, who is a nuclear machinist mate. The guy works in nuclear power, okay? You have to be very intelligent, go through a lot of training to work in nuclear power and run a nuclear power plant. I said, "Do you understand this?" And he was like, "I don't know what the hell this is." That's how fucked up Common Core is.
It's really fucked up. It's so ridiculous.
Have you guys heard of that Galen guy that was that
Galen Winter? Galen Winter.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's great. The other thing is that, sorry to jump from topic to topic here, I just remembered another thing that didn't make sense to me as a child is that they're telling me we have this molten magnetic core. And I don't know anything about physics. I didn't know anything about physics back then, but it didn't make sense to me. Right away, I've got this conscience that says, that's impossible. Nothing molten is magnetic. Because when it gets to a certain temperature, it loses all that magnetic property. It'll gain it back when it cools.
Right.
But
it's
not
called
while
the Curie temperature. It's called the Curie temperature.